This is the Future of Automotive with Steve Greenfield.
Welcome back to the latest episode of the Future of Automotive on CBT News, where we put recent automotive and mobility news into the context of the broader themes impacting the industry. I'm Steve Greenfield from Automotive Ventures, and I'm glad that you could join us. This week, let's examine a few interrelated consumer shopping trends that are being fueled by the movement from internal combustion engine vehicles to EVs. First, to level set, U.S. auto shoppers today have close to 450 different make model combinations to choose from. But this choice is going to grow considerably over the next 5 years. With the arrival of electric vehicles across every mainstream and luxury brand, approximately 650 models will be competing for customer attention. I would argue that it's hard enough for consumers to keep track of all the various vehicles vying for headspace within a portfolio that mostly comprises internal combustion engine vehicles today. But the push towards electrification is about to accelerate consumer confusion in the new car market. Next, brand loyalty seems to be declining amongst new car buyers. According to a recent J.D. Power study, it's becoming increasingly difficult for car makers to turn a driver into a repeat customer. An unexpected side effect of the chip shortage was that customers who on one hand are keeping their vehicles longer are also more likely to switch brands when it's time to buy a new car. And finally, but related to the first 2 points, is that as the EV market becomes more fragmented, Tesla seems to be pushing many of the legacy automakers who are just starting down the path to electrification into unprofitable, low-volume niches. Despite some aggressive projections by industry experts, EV sales, including plug-in hybrids and fuel cell vehicles, captured only 8.9% of the U.S. new car sale market during the first half of 2023, which is up 2.6 percentage points from a year earlier. But that small market share is already being divided up over 103 different models. Legacy automakers are launching dozens of new EVs in the US and pouring billions of dollars into new EV and battery plants. But few EV models besides Tesla's Model Y and Model 3 are selling at high enough volumes to support a full-scale assembly plant. According to S&P Global Mobility data, Tesla outsold its next 19 competitors by 10 to 1 or more during the first half of the year. For reference, Tesla sold 326,000 vehicles in the US from January to June. Chevrolet, with its aging Bolt EV, was a distant second at only 35,000 units, trailed by Ford, Hyundai, and Rivian. On a nameplate basis, all 4 of Tesla's models placed in the top 12 vehicles sold, with the Model Y and Model 3 ranked numbers 1 and 2 with first half sales of 200,000 and 160,000 units respectively. In comparison, the Bolt sold 35,000 and Ford's Mustang Mach-E sold 13,600. Nowhere near enough volume to fill a typical assembly plant, which needs to operate at 80% of capacity or more to be profitable. So let me summarize. We have a plethora of new EV models hitting the market in an environment where year-over-year demand just isn't that strong. So it's questionable whether there will be enough consumer demand to absorb all of these new EV models coming online. Consumers seem to be less loyal than ever, willing to switch to a different brand when they're ready to buy their new car. And with the fragmentation of the competitive landscape, in amongst soft demand, the legacy automakers may have a heck of a time squeezing any profitability out of their new EV divisions. I think the consumer wins in this scenario. There are going to be screaming great deals to be had on EVs over the next year or so. Just wait for the oversupply and the incentives to mount. So with that, let's transition to our companies to watch. Every week we highlight interesting companies in the automotive technology space to keep an eye on. If you read my weekly Intel report, which is delivered to your email inbox at 7 a.m. on Mondays, I showcase a couple of companies to watch, and we take the opportunity here on this segment to share those companies with you. Today we have one new company to watch called Scout It. Scout It is a one-stop shop for EV batteries at the end of their life. The company provides a service to find the most suitable option for EV battery second life, connecting suppliers of exhausted batteries with repurposers and end users. Scout It provides one complete platform for battery tracking, storage, shipping, recycling, reuse, or repurposing. Their offering appeals to end-of-life battery owners, battery reuse businesses, and energy storage end users. If you're interested in learning more, you can check out Scout It at www.scoutitweb.com. So that's it for this week's Future of Automotive segment. If you're an auto tech entrepreneur working on a solution that helps car dealerships, we want to hear from you. We are actively investing out of our new dealer fund. If you're interested in joining our investment club to make direct investments into auto tech and mobility startups, please join. There's no obligation to start seeing our deal flow, and we continue to have attractive investment deals available to our members. Don't forget to check out my book, The Future of Automotive Retail, which is available on Amazon.com, and keep an eye out for my new book, The Future of Mobility, which will be out at the end of this year. Thanks as always for your ongoing support, and we look forward to working closely together with you to create the future of this industry. Thanks for tuning in to CBT News for this week's Future of Automotive segment, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching The Future of Automotive with Steve Greenfield.